Good day to you. I am sure I need not introduce myself. It is widely known that I am royally connected, respected, and very popular at court. Not to mention, rather a hit with the ladies. Mayhap you would like to hear tell of my life. My family ancestry, via my mother Marjorie, the Wentworths, can be traced to Edward III, making King Henry VIII my kin. Distant, yes, but kin nonetheless. My father Sir John, having served him in battle, was a highly respected and trusted man, and importantly had the king's ear. His position meant my brothers and I were raised to become courtiers at the family seat, Wolf Hall. That said, not all sons are equal and cannot all be heirs. I was almost invisible, being the fourth son. My eldest brother Edward, the golden child, received a university education and was groomed for greatness. An aloof character who lacked personality and wit, in my opinion. Henry, 5 years my senior, was happy to remain in the shadows. He lacked the Seymour ambition and wouldn't amount to much. The forgotten son, I was sandwiched between them and 3 younger sisters. Even they were better thought of than me. At least they had a role, furthering the family fortune by making good marriages. Me, well, I was just left to flounder and find my own way. I suppose I should be grateful. At least I was one of the 6 of the 10 Seymour children to survive. Sad for my parents to lose 4 children, but these were good odds in our time. Jane was in some ways a kindred spirit, having been overlooked in favour of our younger sister Elizabeth to marry first. So it took us all by surprise when it was Jane who was to prove the jewel in the family crown, somehow managing to catch the king's eye. She was thrilled, having been on the shelf for so long. As a family, we were very quick to capitalise on the situation. The interest in her continued, and in May 1536, just 2 weeks after Anne Boleyn was dispatched, my dowdy little sister had married the greatest prince in Christendom. Oh, how the Seymour star now ascended. Very fitting then that little Janey had chosen the phoenix as her emblem. It proved quite useful name-dropping who my new brother-in-law was. Crucially, we were just 1 step away from becoming the most powerful family in England. Well, now the Boleyns were well and truly disgraced. There remained just one little thing Janey had to do, her duty as a queen, that is to provide England with a legitimate heir. None of this princess or faux heir malarkey, and blessed be to her credit she succeeded. My nephew Edward, a Seymour, would one day rule England. This gave us top status at court, and however grudgingly, all were forced to respect our position. Oh, happy days. What a shame Jane wasn't made of stronger stuff. I feel sure she would have given him a spare too. Henry had been very taken by my little sister and mourned her passing deeply, as did we all. This business of birthing was shrouded in much mystery and peril. Jane had always been of a pale, fragile disposition, and I fancy that this was the cause of her demise. Little did I know then that this same situation was to affect me again later in life. In 1530, I was in the service of my cousin Francis Bryan, who was the English ambassador to France. Over the next few years, I held various overseas offices, most notable being 1538, being dispatched to Calais to meet the non-starter wife number 4, Anne of Cleves. That same year, I was entrusted with raising the support against the French and Scots from Ferdinand, the Hungarian king, him being brother to none other than the Holy Roman Emperor Charles V. Despite having caught the eye of many a fine lady, I had not really considered settling down until 1542, when I became acquainted with the rather attractive Catherine Parr, Lady Latimer, a widow in the service of Lady Mary. Sadly spoken for, though her much older husband seemed plagued with ill health. Judging by the fact she sought out lively conversation with me, I concluded he wasn't exactly a barrel of laughs. It was not lost on me what a fine-looking woman she was, and we quickly became good friends. A year later, her husband did the decent thing and died. Of course, I was on hand to console the bereaved and now rather rich widow. Straight in, I wasted no time proposing to her. Well, a gentleman knows when a lady is smitten. But as is the story of my life, I was upstaged, though not by my golden child brother. No, this time by none other than my brother-in-law, King Henry himself. I hadn't seen that coming. He'd been on the prowl for wife number 6, having dispatched the young and beautiful Kitty Howard. My betrothed said she had no choice, something about it being her destiny. Whatever it was, she accepted him. I suppose he's not one for hearing no. Yet again, timing was everything. I'd never really been noticed by Henry, despite being his brother-in-law and uncle to the heir. So, hitherto had not been assigned a real role at court. Conveniently, it now pleased Henry to find me an important job. Hurrah! Ambassador to the Netherlands. Please forgive my enthusiasm. Clearly, Henry knew serious competition when he saw it.